Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 24. Whosoever is partnered with a thief hateth his own soul. He heareth cursing and bewrayeth it not. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akim and the Akwaf listening and learning. Shalom, just to seek the Most High's kingdom. I came out of Proverbs 29 and 24 because the presidential election is around the corner. And Joe Biden, who is the Democratic nominee, he's vetting his nominees for the vice president pick. But you have a group of 100 effeminate blacks, so-called black males, that are demanding that he pick a so-called black woman, as his vice president nominee. So now I guess these 100 effeminate males have some kind of status with the Democratic caucus, with the Democratic Party or whatever. So they're demanding that this vice president pick be a so-called black woman. Now, 45 has already told you that the corruption, at least he tried to publish the corruption that's going on up in Washington, D.C., but you so-called black leaders, y'all won't publish, the corruption in D.C. But instead, you continue to try to woo the people, you so-called black, Latino, Mexican, Native Americans, that is, to come and vote in an election where you know that we've been here over 400 years in this captivity, and Washington, D.C. has never passed any kind of legislation that would be good for you so-called black, Latino, Mexican, Native Americans. And what make you think that this system is going to change now? So I'm going to read it again. Whosoever partner with a thief hateth his own soul. And so these so-called 100 effeminate black males, they hate their own soul because they partnering with a thief who stole us from the West Banks of Africa, who've continued to imprison, who continue to kill you in the middle, of the highways and the byways here in America. The so-called white man, Esau Edom, who is the devil the Bible speaks of. So every 4 years, they have this election, and every 4 years, you have your same reprobates that come out and try to encourage you so-called black, Latino, and Native Americans to vote in this system. And they want to publish all these changes that they're going to make, for the betterment of you. And you so-called black, Latino, Mexican, Native Americans continue to fall for that banana in the tailpipe trick. This system would never make any legislation for your good. Let's get in the article out of Fox News. It said black male or black effeminate leaders warn Biden will lose election if he does not name black female running mate. So that's what your leadership, that's how far we've fallen, in this society, where we want a woman to rule over us. That's how far you so-called black, Latino, and Native American men have fallen, to have a woman rule over you. The first precept will come out of Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. So if Joe Biden, if he select a so-called black woman, he gonna wish that he was in the wilderness by himself, because she gonna get him pure hell in that office. Pure hell. As you can imagine, what some of you so-called black, Latino, and Native American men are dealing with now. Now, this precept also can apply to those 100 contentious so-called black males. They want to use their so-called political power, to make Joe Biden choose a woman vice president pick. And they should know that they have no political power here in the election. Every 4 years it's proven that. So that's what got us in this predicament in the first place, having man rule over us. I'm going to continue with the article. It's a group of over 100 black effeminate male leaders is declaring the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden has to name a black woman as the running mate. In a letter made public on Monday, the signatories warned the former vice president that failing to select a black woman in the 2020 means you will lose the election. So they think they have political clout here. They really do. But what you so-called Black, Latino, and Native Americans need to realize, they got this thing called the Electoral College. It's not about the popular vote. It's all about this Electoral College. I think, what is it, 360, whatever it is. Now 45 gonna win the same states that he won in 2016. So it's gonna show you that your votes don't count. But you're gonna have, all these different groups. They're gonna be roaming through your neighborhoods. They're gonna be bombarding your what y'all little pages, y'all little Instagrams, your Facebook accounts, and all these other accounts, with telling you guys that y'all vote count and that it's important that y'all vote in this election. They tell you this every 4 years, and every 4 years you're let down. You so-called Black, Latino, and Native Americans need to understand that this system has not and will not ever be designed to make any improvements in your life. And I repeat this system, this voting system, will never make any kind of changes to make any kind of improvements for the betterment of your life. So stay away from them voting polls come this November. Let's go with the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah said. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. The woman's role has always been defined. 2,000 years ago it was defined, and it's defined today. But we refuse to adhere to the words of the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. We think that 2,000 years ago it don't apply today. And again, I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. But that's how far, Salaki, how far we've fallen as men in this society. Why? Because this devil, Esau Edom, who is the white man, the devil the Bible speaks of, he have made you feel, less than a man, where you will want a woman to rule over you. That's sad that we've fallen that far. Let's continue with the article. Waters says Biden can't go home without a black woman being vice president. And pointing to the intense scrutiny some of the running mates contenders have endured in recent weeks, the group wrote that it's disgusting us. I guess, by him vexing, vetting Salakia, his picks, I guess they are having scrutiny. They're being scrutinized a little deeper than his white counterpart. It's going to be my last precept coming out of the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. And it reads, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Saying thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And that's what happened. It's going on right now. That you so-called Black, Latino, Mexican, Native Americans, especially you males, that the Most High is going to forget your children in these last days. And why is he going to forget? And you're not going to be having priests? Because you so-called Black, Latino, Mexican, Native Americans, y'all think that the Most High changed. And the Most High is the same power yesterday, today, and forever. He has a place for the male, and he has a place for the female, and he has a place for our children. It's all designed to be in order. And there's nothing in order when a woman is leading a man. 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of a woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. So that's the order. Complete balance. Complete balance. When you try to change the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, you're a complete loser, you're a liar, and you're a reprobate. The head of the woman is man. Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 8. Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, the same yesterday and today and forever. There you go. 2,000 years ago he said that. It applies today, 2020, that the head of the woman is the man. So this lesson wasn't meant to be long. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of a great millstone who teach and rule well. Now to the Akim and the Akwaf listening and learning, Shalom. We almost home. We almost out of here. Keep your belief in the Most High, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And mainly, this lesson is going out for the elect of you so-called Black, Latino, and Native Americans. The elect, Shalom.